electrician on the railways. And he's blessed with a permanently sunny disposition, apart from the times when he's opinionated, rude and cranky. This particular tale takes place, I think, in the 1960s, and shows the healthy disregard for health and safety that made Britain great. It was summer, and it was hot. Hot enough that you could forget the whole frying eggs on the pavement scenario and jump straight to the nylon trousers melting to your body and your conkers exploding. At the time, my dear old dad worked for British Oxygen, a company that makes and bottles all sorts of interesting gases for medical and industrial uses. As the company name suggests, one of their biggest sellers was liquid oxygen. This was stored in large white tanks. You might have seen them. They're characterised by the fact that the pipes around their base tend to have a thick layer of frost on them. One particular lunchtime, he and his cronies decided to go out into the yard and eat their snap, as was the colloquial term for a packed lunch at the time. Finding the sun to be a little warm and direct for their tender British hides, they found respite in the shade of the big liquid oxygen tank. Halfway through their lunch, one of his friends spotted a pigeon who had obviously landed on one of the pipes and had frozen quite solid. My father, who at the time had a love of physical humour, went and found some welding hooks and broke the bird free, unfortunately leaving its feet behind on the pipe. And he proceeded to marvel at this wonder of accidental science, its perfect preservation. How peaceful it was. One of his gang thought that a game of football would be the order of the day, until it was pointed out that this might be in some way disrespectful. At that very moment, a young and pretty secretary came around the corner and started to walk across the yard. Thinking on his feet, he grabbed the bird from the aspiring Bobby Moore and cradled it in his hands. "Oh," he said, "did the little birdie fly into the big nasty tank?" As he said this, three things happened. He stroked the bird gently, as if it were the most precious thing in the world. His friends looked at him as if he had suddenly had a debilitating brain aneurysm, and the secretary's interest was piqued. She turned to walk over, all high heels, miniskirt and bouffant hair, and said, "What's that?" "It's a pigeon. We think he flew into the tank and knocked himself out." "Didn't you, little man?" "Oh," said the girl, leaning closer. "In fact, we've been looking after him for a while now. He's ready to be released." "Really? Can I watch?" "Of course. Off you go, little champ. Be safe." With that, my father pitched the frozen pigeon up into the air, whereupon it arced for about 15 feet and then crashed down onto the concrete and shattered into a million pieces. It's said that on warm nights, if you're walking past the old VOC works in Derby, you can still hear us screaming.